the song finish?
Yo, welcome back to another episode of the Rising Lights podcast that brings you rising stars from content creation. We talk about content creation, although the past season so far we haven't brought anybody on, so I need to start fucking reaching out to people. But as usual,
We need to figure out who is on. I think what we're talking about sooner, to be honest.
Yeah. As per usual, I am your host, Intrepidus1, aka Intrepidus, and joining me, as you just heard, as usual, is my co-host, Enerage Kitsune or Kit.
Hello.
And again, like I said, we don't have a guest this week, but I will have to start asking people to. I have got a few people I want to ask, so I'm gonna ask them. I know. I know if I have to ask, if I want to ask Civic, I'm gonna have to change it up. The day, we're gonna have to change up the day because he works till Monday.
Yeah.
And he don't get home till 8 o'clock his time, and he probably, showers or whatever, eats and all that, and then goes back to bed. I won't blame him, but So yeah, other than that, we're back at it again, to be honest. As we usually do, I just fucking realised I've closed the tab. God damn it. Let me reopen it again real quick.
Actually, maybe this time we were technically twice. But still, the song we came into was by Part of the Plan, as usual.
Yeah, as per usual, I will switch to...
Have you got the tab now?
Yeah, I've got the tab now. I've got the tab. Let me open the podcast content scene so people can actually... So this was actually the song that we came into today as well. I'm coming down. This is the official music video to it. Thinking about it, I had to play it twice because it's not long enough. I should have just played the official music video and had it open for people to see when it comes to the bloody second playthrough. But oh well.
Yeah. Oh.
I would have preferred. Well, it's hindsight, and then I'd also would have preferred to ask Cody and the guys if we was all right to do that before just blatantly putting it out on our channel, the actual video. Do you know what I mean? If you do want to go and watch the music video, there you go, Part of the Plan YouTube channel. Go and find it. Go and give it a watch. It's great. You can see all the guys here. As per usual, we have got the commands exclamation point POTP. Bloody hell, mate! I'm losing. I'm forgetting shit. There you go. If you want to go and watch the clip from Wraith or Cody about his point of view of him and Part of the Plan, why people, what they think about people using their music, because we did have him on episode 4, which was season 1 of the podcast, because he does stream over at Wraithbound DA. If I do exclamation, have you got exclamation point Cody there ready, or want me to do it?
No, but I can type pretty quick.
Hey.
Or, well, could do.
You can fuck it up. Oh, for anybody who's listening on the podcast platforms, Kit just put OCDY instead of code.
Right, well, I was trying to type fast with my fingers from moving.
That's funny. But yeah, so as you can see on that command, if you are here live, at some point I will probably get the chat put up on the side so YouTube can see it. But it is Cody is the lead singer, the guy in the middle here. He goes by Wraithbound CA on Twitch and Twitter if you want to go and follow him. He's also got his personal Twitter that's you know, for him as a singer as well, which is Cody J. Weldon, and also part of the plan POTP _band on Twitter if you want to go and follow the band themselves as well. But like I said previously, the clip there, they basically said, you know, their stance on people using their music, and long story short, they enjoy it. They like seeing what people come up with, whether it's, you know, montages or just using it as background music for streams. So they're happy for people to listen to their music and play it. There won't be no DMCA hits, if you will. So there you go.
Got a fun story about that clip actually. I've been working on some of the stuff for my chat today.
Yeah.
One of the things is the random clip on shoutouts.
Yeah.
And I was testing that today. I was shouting you out and I was shouting CJ out. And that clip came up.
Hey.
Right. So, which order do you want to do these topics in the order?
I think I've got them in the order of the list. I've got the game developer badge first.
Yes.
So
this one could get interesting. So it's basically as simple as the headline. Twitch is adding the game developer chat badge. So the game dev comes in chat and starts to talk, and you'll be able to identify that they're the game dev. And I imagine, if Twitch has any sense, that this will only be active in categories for their game.
yeah.
Or their
I was
games.
gonna say, will it automatically register, like?
It'll probably be manual
Not sure
registration.
how one acquires it or verifies themselves as a game dev at this point, nor is it a guarantee that this badge, design-wise, is the end product. For more details available, I will update the thread. There you go. But as somebody said here, it's quite the target to paint on yourself. Yeah,
yes.
Let's face it, gamers recently have not been the greatest when it comes to constructive feedback. If we will.
Constructive. Yeah. And that's why the sort of little sideline I've got on this with the link was that, is this a good idea? Like, I think it's kind of a good idea, but then I can see, especially recently, is it just good for attracting a lot of flack?
So I like it as a good idea in a sense of, like, if you are going into somebody's stream, and they're giving feedback, and then you can activate this and go, look, I dev this game. You're giving some constructive feedback. Do you mind if I ask you some questions about it? Blah 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 blah. Then yeah, okay. If they can activate it themselves, like turn it off and on, like you can the Prime badge, fine, like whatever. But if it's just there automatically, Twitch just goes, okay, you're in the GTA directory and watching GTA streamers, and you worked on developing GTA, you've got this badge, then yeah, it's basically Twitch fucking them over, because there could be some right toxic people within people's communities and go at them, sort of thing. Do you know what I mean?
You've proved the point that I was about to mention right there, is that it probably depends on the scale of the game.
Yeah.
Because I imagine, the kind of people who would regularly use this badge and go around in channels are like indie devs or small teams.
Yeah.
Not people like on a scale of like.
Well, you think about it. Like in the case of Bungie, right? Everybody knows who Cosmo is. Everybody knows who. Most people know who Happy Hippie is. Like the community managers, the ones that are going to be going around in channels, people know who they are. Yeah.
Yeah. So they don't need.
They don't need this. Yeah. Hideouts within the Apex community. Everybody knows who he is. He's the lead security for Apex. If there's somebody that got banned, there's likelihood that Hideouts had a hand in it. Like, do you know what I mean? There's
or if he hasn't, someone on his team has.
Yeah, there's certain people within the Apex dev team as well that are very vocal and talk on Twitter about, you know, upcoming patches and stuff and plans that they've got for the game, like Josh Medina. Like, they don't need to have this badge, because you go into an Apex channel and have this badge, they already know who he is. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Again, it needs to, even for smaller, like, indie devs and stuff, it needs to be an optional thing. That's the key thing.
100%. Like, if it's just automatic, there's no point. And that's the thing, is that if it's...
You'll
what you'll
likely
see
kill a lot of people's...
if it transpires that this is going to be on all the time in your category, then you'll just have some of the devs, especially the smaller, small teams or devs, will just not bother registering.
Yeah.
The developer for that category.
Either that, or you'll have them. You know, you'll just increase the likelihood that they will not interact with the community.
Yeah.
Because, like, they're scared of getting some sort of backlash. Which they shouldn't be scared of getting backlash. You should always have a constructive feedback thing with regards to a game. Yes, admittedly, I've got fucking heated when I said shit about Destiny in the past on this podcast, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I've maintained that it's like if you look at the language I used back then, it was like, okay, Bungie, Destiny is dead for me. Bungie is fucking the game over, in my opinion. Like, you know what I mean? It's not a you are shit, do your fucking job. Like, do you know what I mean?
It's
the closest I've gotten to that was like, this drip feed content is not the one. Like, hello, Bungie. You know what I mean? Like which again is technically an opinion, right? So
yeah. So in other small changes, we have a minor change in the creator dashboard side of Twitch.
Twitch achievements have been updated to better visualize unlocking VIP slots. More quality of life update. So this is the old one.
Are you opening the one on the second image first? Yeah.
And this is the new one.
So you've got that the other way around.
Is it the other way around? Okay.
The second one is the old one, the first one's the new one. So there it just says you've met this.
Right, so this is the old one.
Now it says you've met this, and here's the next level.
So that's good. I like that.
Yeah. That's good.
So yeah. Then obviously there's a bunch of people.
Like change. Not many people are going to notice it, but.
And then there's obviously a bunch of people that are complaining. Oh, I only get 3 viewers, let alone 100. And then somebody obviously giving them some support. And then that achievement tab is so depressing. Don't go there ever. Like, it's only going to be like that if you make it like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't focus on the numbers, everyone. Fuck the numbers.
No.
As much as I've been looking at my follower count go down by 3 in the past, like 3 weeks. But yeah, next.
Maybe check on them once every few months, just so you got an idea of your trajectory. But other than that, nope.
Why am I getting a fucking advert at the top of this bloody article? Piss off, that piece of shit.
An ad on a Twitch-based article advertising YouTube. Anyway, Twitch are looking at gambling streams and gambling-related content on the platform. There are quite a lot of them, and the typical Twitch viewer is relatively young, if you sort of average everyone out.
So quickly, before we go into this, is there a casinos and gambling category on Twitch?
I haven't checked. There might be.
Because if there is Twitch, you can't have your fucking cake and eat it too. You can't turn around and go, oh, hot tub and beach and whatever streams are fine as long as they're in their own category. And then when these guys are in their own category, oh, it's not allowed. That's no, you can't do that. That's not a thing. Like, if there isn't, then Twitch, make a separate fucking category. Make it so that unless an account...
There isn't a category specifically for casinos, but there is a poker category. So there'll be categories for the individual games, but not for gambling as a whole.
Well, there should be one for overall gambling, because people that it uses in this article as examples, XQC and fucking Trainwrecks, do online gambling and therefore don't play the same game every fucking day. Do you know what I mean? They're not going to be in poker and then in fucking blackjack. Like,
and
they're going to switch the categories, that kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? When they decide to switch games, like, fuck that.
And the thing with having the categories in individual games and stuff is that you can stream
an outright ban of gambling content will, of course, be the ideal situation for most viewers and streamers. No, it wouldn't.
I don't think they're going to do that.
No, it would not.
I don't see Twitch outright banning it.
For what?
I see them upping the members of the team who regulate it. Because what they don't want is seeing people being irresponsible on stream.
Yeah.
You know, just throwing money away at random shit.
The problem with that is, though, the people that are big in that fucking world of streaming, XQC and Trainwrecks, have the money to throw away because they're given in it by their gambling sponsors. Like, their fucking sponsor turns around and goes, here, Trainwrecks, have 10 mil to throw away. Do you know what I mean? And he just goes on there, he bets until he...
well, that's the thing, is that they look at it, those sites want people on and spending money, so what do they do? Here's 10 mil in your account, spend it on our site, and show people you spend it on our site.
Exactly. And what are you gonna do? Tell XQC and Trainwrecks, oh, you can't partner with certain companies because they're gambling.
Yeah, no, all they're going to do is
they'll just tell you to. They will just tell Twitch to shove their Twitch partnership up their arse and go to YouTube. You know it.
Yeah.
And if YouTube turn around and goes, oh, well, you can't do that on our platform, they'll go, ah, well, fuck you then. Go to Facebook.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but
there's not a lot that Twitch can do here other than monitor it and make sure that there aren't things like promoting irresponsible gambling.
Exactly.
Like stuff like poker tournaments, for example, right? In my eyes, they're perfectly fine because obviously you've got the buy-ins, but then you've got a little bit of luck, but then you've got a game of skill. Right. So I don't see any problem there unless you have someone in that category streaming, going into games and just like not being bad at it, but playing stupid and just making a load of ridiculous calls consecutively and just doing nothing.
So here's another thing, right?
And not stopping.
I'm fairly certain whenever I've seen clips from XQC or Trainwreck whilst they're gambling, you know, like I see it on Twitter, oh, Trainwrecks won 20 million and this slot, and then gave 10 million to X, Y, and Z streamers, right? For one, there's a big thing he does, is charitable with it. Do you know what I mean? He's like, alright, well, I doubled my money or whatever, so let me go and donate that, like, double, like, the initial buy-in, essentially, to Twitch streamers that need it. Yeah. And he'll go and find people and donate to him. Yeah, you could go, oh, well, maybe he's doing it as a tax write-off or whatever. Like, it doesn't really matter, right?
At the end of the day, he's got his content out of it. He's just getting rid of that credit, basically. He's going, well, I don't need all of this money here that I've won from this. I'm already getting paid from the sponsorship. I'm getting all the views.
Yeah, exactly. So he's like,
Let's do,
"Oh, I'm gonna help
let's do
somebody
something
else
with
out."
it that'll get more eyes.
Yeah, exactly. And
Because
then,
that's
and then
one of the
also,
main
even when he is like live and streaming and making like essentially dumb bets, he's spouting stuff like gamble away. You know what I mean? Like, right, only
Yeah.
make sure you gamble what you are willing to lose. Blah 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 blah. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
don't be gambling your rent for the month. Like, gamble what you've got spare for yourself. You want to gamble, because obviously, yes, you could turn it into thousands of dollars, or you could just end up with nothing. Like, he is being responsible with it, and
it's the same with investment advice and stuff. Is that the key phrase that I love this phrase is, look, if you're going to invest or if you're going to gamble at all, only spend or deposit money that you would be happy to literally throw in the gutter.
Yeah.
Because that's what is likely to happen. You could lose every single penny of it.
Yeah. Because the
And
way you've got to,
if you're
the way you've
fine
got to
with
look
that,
at anything like
and
that, anything like that, you've got to look at it, gambling or investment. It's the same with a lot of things. Like, even like, because you could view an investment into a house as an investment, right? Or a car. Like, yeah, you could sell that car in 10 years' time and it be worth a shit ton. You could sell your house in 10 years' time and it'd be worth double the price you paid for it. But at the same time, you could sell that house in 10 years' time and it'd be worth literally $1, like, or a pound in our case, right? Obviously, there's very unlikely to happen for it to be that low, but that's the case and point they're trying to make when it comes to any sort of investment or gambling. You've just reminded me of a regeneration you could potentially change your life with a sum of money that you win. Yeah? I could put a tenner on tonight and potentially win 10 grand. Fine, right? It's not really the case for the most part, though, right? It is typically that you are chucking £10 in the bin, yeah, and you're having a little bit of fun while you're doing it.
Yeah,
and I think it is a gambling aware like slogan that's like, stop when the fun stops.
The fun stops, yeah.
So there you go. Simple as that. And then what we got next?
What have we got next? I'm not keeping up with these tabs. Hang on.
When you begin a game for the first time.
Oh yes. I was just sort of scrolling through Twitter and saw this tweet, and I thought we could probably talk about this. So it's kind of a play to anyone who streams. It's addressed to dear streamers. But when you start playing a new game or a game you've never played before, and you go through the menus and you set everything up, if when you're doing that you go through and explore all of the menus, anyone who's watching your stream can then see what settings are available for them. And if they happen to want or need a particular accessibility setting, let's say they need a particularly wide field of view, for example, or they need a particular colorblind setting, they can see if it's there in that game, and if they really need it, they can not have to buy that game, launch it, go through the menu themselves, and they find out that they need to try and get a refund, which is kind of hard if you bought it digitally and already launched it.
I hadn't thought about this, to be honest. Because most of the time when I'm setting up a game, like, new, you know this from
you set it up off the stream.
But when we played New World, like, I set it up off stream, and then when it comes to stream, boom, go straight in and start playing.
Yeah. And it's something that not many of us really think of, because a lot of the time we don't show the menus of the games we're playing. We're just straight into the gameplay.
I like that One Hand Bandit responded to this, because she does play with one hand.
Mm-hmm.
one of the Land Truth people too. So I'm actually gonna have to like keep that in mind. I think next time I play a new game on stream is to go through.
It's something to be
mindful of.
To be mindful of, yeah. Just sort of have in your head. If I'm showing a menu, make sure to show.
Here's the thing as well. It's not. He's like, oh, though you may not need to go through the accessibility, some of your viewers may be disabled gamers watching you to figure out if they can even play. Alright? Please do not skip over the accessibility menu. Admittedly, even if I'm doing it off the stream, I am skipping over that menu. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't need it.
Yeah.
Although in that menu is accessibility to help with people who are more dyslexic than what I am, like changing writing colours, you know, to make it easier for them to read.
Which is great.
Yeah, it is great. But this is my point: is like I don't even think about it because I don't need it, and the fact that he's having to say please don't skip over is like clearly you've seen somebody skip over this particular setting. Like I don't care, not for me.
Yeah, I mean it's the next tweet sort of in the thread or in the first reply that he's got there is saying that like far too often he's seen people go through the menus but skip over the accessibility stuff.
Yeah. Bro, I think I need to like so it's not, this is the thing, it's not just let's save people money, right? It's not just something to keep in mind to save people money. It's like if everybody starts doing this, it's more accepting to like we always preach accessibility for, you know, older generation to get into gaming, the like women to get into gaming because it's obviously predominantly male. Like we've always talked about how, like, especially on this podcast, how like a lot of the Twitch streamers who are female, who don't necessarily dress, you know, like Amaranth or something, where they're, you know, suggestive, still get like the sexist comments and stuff about like get your kit off or what kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Like we're always saying that like this shit shouldn't happen, but at the same time, this kind of thing where you're skipping over settings that somebody could need to know about in a game, again, shouldn't be happening. So I'm definitely going to try and remember to do it myself in future. And that's not saying, by the way, before anybody maybe like thinks out of context, that I'm saying, oh, if Amaranth get catcalls and stuff, that she deserves it. No, like, you know, she's a woman doing a thing, trying to get her bag. Mate, do what you fucking must. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, Amaranth is a businesswoman, and she clearly knows, as the lady that she is, being fairly decent looking, right? She's got certain things that allow her to sell herself, not necessarily just on her content. You know what I mean? So if she
less so herself than her image.
Yeah. So she's decided herself to like maybe dress a certain way to go, okay, look, my content revolves predominantly around me making you feel a certain type of way from whispering in your ear. So I'm going to dress a certain way to make you feel like it's actually more likely to happen. You know what I mean? So again, fucking do you, girl. Get your fucking bag. At the end of the day, she's owning fucking gas stations and the lot. So she's clearly making a bunch. I think we went into it not long ago about how she's owning a shit ton of money. So that was just the easiest example that came to mind because she's one of the most well-known female streamers. But then again, you go to someone like Pokimane or Fuzi channel when they're streaming, and they still get people talking as if, you know, they as if Pokimane, Valkyrie, Fuzi, as if they're wearing like a bikini and sat in a hot tub, when they're just sat there in normal clothes, sat in a chair playing the game. You know what I mean? Like, so if we're going to have that kind of like attitude towards, you know, that in a sense of, oh well, we can't have people doing this thing because it's not right, then again, I feel like we should have the same sort of attitude with regards to like accessibility and making it readily available for any disabled gamers that are watching us to see the accessibility for the game in case they want to play it themselves. So I'm actually really... I've gone all around the houses explaining it because I'm trying not to come off as a dickhead, but I agree with what he's saying, basically, is what I'm saying. So...
That took a bit of an unexpected turn, and what would be an unexpected turn would be to get a copyright strike over emergency vehicles. Now this, outside of in-game sirens, I live like probably 100 meters, 150 meters away from a police station, and if I had my window open at a particular time of day,
wait,
you would probably hear it. This kind of scares me, because if they can do it with an in-game siren, could they do it with a real one?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
It's a copyright claim for a siren?
Yes. So on Twitch, people who've been playing Project Zomboid have been getting parts of their stream muted because of a copyright claim over a siren.
This sound was claimed by an entity named Dot Sound Effect, who apparently own the rights to a police car siren. Oh my god.
What's even better is the response from the devs over this.
Indie Stone, who developed Project Zomboid, are not happy either. The indie developers swiftly responded to the issue on Twitter, expecting that copyright troll may be the culprit.
Say that again.
So we've got another Bungie on our hand.
Yeah, but this bit here, not much we can do about it really beyond make the siren not sound like a siren anymore.
Oh my god.
So like we're going to start having things where like, you know, some games have a streamer mode toggle where like it changes the music that's playing.
Yeah.
Right. Are we going to have games where like that streamer mode toggle is going to start changing like sound effects?
I'm sorry, like
ridiculous.
I'm gonna go on a big fucking DMCA like rant right now. Right? DMCA is fucking outdated. It needs updating, and it needs to be that if something is put in the game and we play it on stream or for a fucking YouTube video, that we are an exception to the copyright. Right? Because the game developer has purchased the copyright to put said thing in the game. Right?
Yeah.
And then we have played it. There, boom, done. Right? If it's a case of this kind of thing happens, and let's say fucking, what were their name again? Indie Stone hadn't bought the siren sound effect and had just found it and put it in, yeah? Then it's on them to get fucking that sort of... Do you know what I mean? If a bunch of people get fucking copyrighted, boom, done. Like, they then have to get it sorted. But they're saying it's an abuse of the copyright system, which means obviously somebody's just gone, oh, okay, I like that sound, I'm going to copyright it, and boom, now I'm going to claim everybody's fucking videos and shit. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
Like, because that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, that's what happened. This person, this entity, was called Dr. Sound Effects. Obviously sells a load of sound effects, or licenses sound effects to people.
Mm.
And has a siren. But the issue with a siren is that it's not really a sound that you can say you own. Like with a piece of music or a video, you can say, okay, I made this, I came up with the idea, I arranged it, it is mine.
I mean, the whole fucking thing about being a siren is stupid anyway. Like you said, with your fucking being close to a police station. The only one that can really say it owns that fucking sound is the police. And yes, there's different sirens for different areas of
yes, some places
world,
have,
let alone any. Some places have different fucking sirens depending on the fucking vehicle. Like, you could literally have a standard police vehicle and it'll have one siren, and a fucking police interceptor will have a different siren.
Yeah.
Like, so, in some places, like, I'm pretty sure in America, it depends on whether they're state police or local police.
Yeah.
And even then, two different local police departments of cities,
might not have the same sound. Yeah.
Cities that are very close to each other still won't have the same sound. Like, there's slight variations regardless. Like, so the only people that can actually say they own it is the police. Period. You know what I mean? Yeah. And maybe like ambulance services and fucking fire engines as well, because they have their own variations of sirens.
Yes. And since it's such a short, like a small sound effect, and because of how it's applied, I don't think that even if this did end up going to court, that this would hold up, right? Because it's incidental, and it's not a sound that they can really claim. So if this did end up going to a court, it probably won't, because no one who has been affected by this is of that kind of scale.
To be honest, it'll probably be a fucking ambient sound as well with regards to this game, right? So
yeah, so this game is just like, oh yeah, there happens to be a police vehicle going past. There's the siren that's on the police vehicle, and off it goes.
Oh man, we need to move on. DMCA is just getting too much. I am gonna fucking livid, to be honest. Right, Twitch streamer. I heard about this.
Yeah.
Twitch streamer Valin beats Halo 2 Lasso without dying and making history. I believe he's like the only person to do it.
Yes. It's. I think it's been done before with a couple of deaths. Can you do deaths with Legendary Old Schools on?
Yeah.
What's death generally? Anyway, but no one's done it before without any deaths in a single run. Or at least no one has been recorded doing it, so that nobody knows. But we have a video, but we don't have a video here because it's like
took 6 hours 29 minutes
and 44.7 seconds. Yeah, that's in a single run. Just imagine how many times this guy's been attempting it though. And it's got to like the last
Damn.
Or whatever.
Community-wide race began with popular Twitch stream Most Critical issued a $5,000 bounty to complete the challenge in June, which was then raised to $20,000 in July after attempting the challenge dozens of times across 40 straight days. Javelin finally managed to finish it with expert knowledge of Halo 2's campaign system. Clever use of glitches and skips, skillful and methodical play, and a touch of luck.
Yeah.
A victory almost eluded him when in the final moment a shotgun-wielding brute managed to dodge 2 grenades from allied elite. Grenades that almost always knocked it off the map and charged towards him as he was getting in a Bungie. But yeah, I think shit like this needs to happen. That Halo 2, for anybody who doesn't know, is renowned for being the worst in a sense of balancing for campaign in Halo, period.
Yeah.
Right? So much so that people who like would usually go through like Halo 1 to 4, 5 when it came out, and now Infinite with Lasso on, like they would literally go from Halo 1 all the way to the end, like go from Reach to 1 to 2 to 3 to 3 ODST to 3, like do them in chronological order, right? They would say that Halo 2's heroic campaign with all the schools on is more like a Lasso campaign than Lasso on Halo 2.
Yeah.
Because it says there, look, it's notorious for being significantly more difficult than any other Halo.
And that's why the this particular run has been so elusive.
It's also widely considered to be terribly balanced for legendary difficulty in general. I'm sure you've seen the Sniper Jackal memes. Yeah. Sniper Jackals in legendary on fucking Halo 2. Yeah, just don't even poke your head out because it's gone.
Yeah.
They literally have aimbot. But
that's that. There's something impressive. There's something a little strange.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh
Super.
god.
Now this isn't final. So as it says here in the article, Meta, or the company that owns Facebook and Instagram, basically, has been quietly testing a Twitch-inspired platform called Super, according to a report from Business Insider. Not available in the UK, unfortunately.
Because Facebook gaming wasn't enough for them.
No. Well, no, because this originally was slightly different to Facebook gaming. This had a different set of origins. So this was more for interacting with people, sort of with various video feeds and stuff. But it's evolved and sort of got closer to Twitch than it was when it was conceived. So in a statement provided to Business Insider, a spokesperson said the Super is an entirely separate product and not part of its other platforms. It's on a public website. You can go and visit it, as long as you're not in the UK. If you try and go, it just comes up and says Super's not available in your country. But the service is marked down as being run by the NPE team, which is the new product experimentation. So as this is kind of an experiment for the thing, it might actually never come to fruition. It might just end here. If you scroll down to that image.
That's basically what they're planning to do with the fucking Twitch. What was it on? What was it called? On something?
Guest something or other. It wasn't last week's episode.
Last week on YouTube, but 2 weeks ago on Twitch.
Well, yeah. Although by the time
by the time they watch this on YouTube,
anyway,
2 weeks ago.
Our last episode.
Yeah. Bro, timing's it fucks with my brain. I almost forgot to fucking upload the last episode to YouTube, to be honest. So
yeah.
We won't go there.
Well, we will, but not for now. Not just yet.
Yeah.
I'll need to go there later. They appear to have integrated specific video layouts. So, like, obviously, you'll have.
Whoa! Wait a second. I just caught this. some influencers have been paid as much as $3,000 to test it out for 30 minutes.
Yep.
Bruh, pay me this bag right now. Oh my god. That'll get me my new PC. Holy.
It would, but as I said before, Super's not available in the UK.
Bitches. Fuck metal. Fuck them. I'm this close from deactivating my Facebook account because I don't fucking use it. And my Instagram account, again, because I don't use it.
I just don't use my Instagram accounts. The only thing I use Facebook for is to log into Messenger.
Yeah, and even then you don't need them now unless you using Messenger.
Well, I already have one anyway.
On PC.
Yeah.
Oh. Which is funny because, believe it or not, Meta also owns WhatsApp. So you would think that they would just combine WhatsApp and Messenger together rather than take Messenger away from Facebook and make it a separate app.
Oh, and Oculus.
Yeah.
Which...
They own a bunch of shit.
Yeah, they do.
Right, moving on, because fuck Meta. Fuck Facebook.
Yep, well, from one company to the next, I guess, we're hopping over to Bungie.
Oh, good God.
This one's really short. They're hiring a game director for a new PvP game.
I wonder what that's gonna be like.
Hopefully nothing like Destiny 2 PvP, because this will be focused from the ground up.
Yeah. I mean, we've talked about them making another IP.
Yeah.
I
think there's two.
Oh my god, no! There are several implications that the company is working on a new Destiny competitive game as well. Just let the PvP in Destiny die. Oh my god.
What? Right? No, that's the way that's phrased. That's a separate game in the same franchise.
Okay.
Right. And we already knew they were doing more
stuff. Here's where somebody comes out the woodwork and goes, it takes this one, like, fucking 2 lines of text right here and goes, see, they're making a fucking Apex-esque battle royale, and you're going to be playing as Zavala fighting against people who are playing as Amanda Holiday. You know what? Do you remember, like, a couple months ago, we had that fucking tweet of people like, oh, look at this, you can play a PvP game where you're playing as Zavala fighting against Amanda Holiday. That makes zero fucking sense. Zavala is legit immortal, except if you kill his ghost. Amanda Holiday is a fucking human who will die the first time she's shot in the head. Like, come on. It makes zero fucking sense. Yeah. There is already a question as to how the Apex Legends dying in the games works. Let's not get another fucking question going for another game with a similar sort of concept, okay? Bungie is working on its internal mobile game engine as well. Oh my god. Please, no. I'm moving on.
To be fair, it's not particularly unexpected that they're working on a mobile game engine, because remember they did have that thing with Tencent.
Yeah, and the fucking mobile app does have like in-engine things with regards to Guardian. Like, you can see the Guardian and change things.
Yeah.
But what's this? Washington Post.
This is Washington Post. Yes, this is sort of a piece on world events, but somehow slightly related to Twitch. So things are kind of not particularly stable right now, and people are not as well off as they once were.
And Twitch changing the fucking revenue split for subs is not helping that fact. We're not going back into that. That was a topic. That was a topic a couple of weeks ago as well.
Yes. It doesn't help a lot. It helps some, but not much. It's a very small subset of people that it does help. Anyway, no. This is just sort of in general on what people can do. You know, like what was it? Knight, I think, the CEO of Knight had said something right further down the article. Had said something to their creators, saying that
on a platform where 25% of the top 10,000 highest paid don't even make minimum wage. If that doesn't tell you that this fucking whole like system is fucked and you should do it for the love and not the money, then I don't know what does. Like, at the end of the day, don't go into content creation for the money and go into it for the love of it, because there you go. The top 10,000 people, a quarter of them aren't earning fucking. So, you know, 7,500 of the top highest paid fucking streamers are making minimum wage, but the other 2,500 of the top 10,000 aren't.
Yeah.
Like.
And that's assuming you can even get into the top 10,000 highest paid streamers.
Exactly. Holy fuck, these guys are.
Yeah.
Bruh.
It's tough. But
I love how they have to put this in brackets as well. Twitch is owned by Amazon, whose founder, Jeff Bezos, owns the Washington Post too. So it's basically saying.
Well, no, they do have to do that.
Yeah, as I say, I love how they have to put this as like, look, maybe we will be a bit biased, but bear that in mind. We have to tell you that we might be a bit biased.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking. Oh, M-Tash is in here.
Yeah. So they're saying there that he's saying that Facebook cancelled a long-term contract for exclusive content after 7 months because of reducing spend on content creators in general. You know, and that's the thing, is that a lot of brands are delaying promotions. People are cancelling subscriptions because they can't afford to subscribe and put food on the table, so they're just prioritising put food on the table, as they rightly should. But it does mean that revenue streams for creators are falling. So have backup plans in mind.
Oh my!
Especially if you rely on content creation to either make your money or to supplement your existing wage. If you work part time and you do streaming part time, you might want to see maybe get another job or rearrange hours or do something to make ends meet during these difficult times.
Long story short, the economy in the world as the global thing is fucked, and there's no way that they can help it right now. So you have just like maybe gotta give up a few of those hours that you were putting into other things and put them into working a normal job.
Yeah, as much as we all, well, not all, but as much as many of us don't particularly like normal work, it's some people have got to do it.
For me right now, it's more like I am looking for a normal job, right? So, it's more that nobody wants to fucking hire me. So
yeah, it's not even just that.
Everywhere I apply for turns around and goes, no. But they don't even. To be honest, they don't even say that. They just look at my CV and it's no. Should we tell him? No.
Yeah, it's getting the feedback really is annoying. But the other thing as well is that while people don't have money to spend on subscribing to streamers and stuff, so they're trying to put money on the table, if people are spending less, companies are getting less in, so they have less to spend on advertising and hiring new people. and brand deals with their existing partners.
Yeah.
So they're all spirals down.
Exactly. Right. Well, with that being said, we'll leave you with the golden nugget I just basically said, which is what every smaller like creator should want to do anyway, right? Which is do content creation for the love of it, not for the potential of making a bunch of money. Obviously, if you were to all of a sudden blow up and make it into that top fucking 10,000, and let's say you made it into the top 5,000, to where you're getting paid a minimum wage, you know, great for you, and you'll be having, you know, a great time making content and stuff and making money from it, and therefore probably be able to quit your normal job and therefore make more content and blah 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 blah. But don't ever, any aspiring streamers or YouTube video creators, any kind of like creation, don't ever go into it with the mindset of, oh, I'm gonna make a shit ton of money from this. Go in with it as a mindset of, I love doing this, I want to entertain people, I'm gonna entertain people, fuck it, let's go, kind of thing. Yeah, do this for the fun, not for the money.
Right. Just before we get too hyped, though, I do have a small dampener to put on. If you are watching live or you're watching on YouTube and you were listening on the podcast platforms, I'm sorry. We're having a bit of an issue with the storage at the moment, and some of the episodes aren't available.
Okay.
I'm trying to work through it. Just waiting on some emails back and stuff. Try and resolve it as quick as we can to make all those episodes up to date and available.
There you go then. So, with that being said, thank you very much for listening or watching wherever you do. This has been Rising Light with myself, Tret, and my co-host, Kit.
That's me.
And we'll see you on the next one, which will be in 2 weeks' time.
Yep.
Peace.
Can't wait. Peace. See ya.